I'm going to show and kind of demonstrate on how to make a hooded bath towel.
So we've kind of touted this as a beach towel. Can
Okay,
it be
yeah,
a beach?
kind of. It definitely can definitely
because
be a
this
bath
is
towel.
beach time.
It is beach time. So this here is, I'm going to show
I
you
actually really like
kind
that.
of how to.
I like
the
these
hood
pleats right here.
and the pleats. Yep, they're pretty
I think
awesome.
I'm going to have to make some.
So
you're going to show us how to do that
I'm
today?
going to show you how to do that. Yep.
I like that. So have you made a lot of these towels?
Do you know what I have? I make like for baby gifts, quick and easy. I think I made it up in 15 minutes.
Really?
So yeah, and then
they're really cute.
Yeah.
Okay, when you were, and you're going to talk about this today.
Okay.
But when you were demoing this earlier, I wondered why you had the open seam up here, but you've kind of finished that off with
kind
a
of just
zigzag,
a zigzag, or if you had a serger,
huh?
you could definitely, yep, do that.
But I can see why you would want that up here where they join.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Rather than down here
Yeah,
where
down
you
here
put
because
them
it's all
together.
finished, right?
I love that. Okay,
So
you're going to get into that.
I just thought that was just.
So do you want to
nice
go
and
up to
easy.
the table, or do you want to do it here?
Do you know what? Let's just do it right here. I think that's
okay.
fine.
Then I'm going to turn this around.
Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take one bath towel. Okay.
Is it extra size, or is it just any size bath towel?
Any size bath towel. I use the big one from Kohl's.
I think I'm going to go shopping today.
Okay, there you go. Yep. And actually, this is what.
Yes, we have a Kohl's here.
Yeah, there you go. Now, also, this is what we ended up. I ended up embroidering this on.
I know why I love it.
What's that?
It's red, white, and blue.
Well, there you go. That's probably why, Barb. Yeah.
Because I love that. That is so. And look how beautiful that stitching is.
Yeah.
Is that just regular? You don't have any stabilizer?
I have a wash away stabilizer.
But you don't have any foam under that.
No foam.
Nope. That is just so beautiful.
But then I did stick, and here when I explain the lettering, then I'll tell you about the stabilizer that I used on that.
Love to hear it.
All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to take one bath towel, and then we're going to take. Oh, what did I do with my other hand towel? Okay,
it's right there.
And then we're going to take one hand towel, and we're going to, and for you that have taken classes with me before, we open it up and we're going to fold it back in half, and we're doing hamburger style.
Hamburger as opposed to hot dog.
Okay, yep. So that means it's going to be short. Okay. And then we're going to cut that off.
And she's going to get the magic one that she's already got done.
Okay. So I decided you can match your hood, or you can make them different, right?
You can.
So you can do a striped with a plain color, or vice versa. Okay.
You could do your kids' favorite colors. You could do anything you wanted to, or if they like stripes, do
exactly,
stripes.
Absolutely. Okay. So now what we're going to do here with our hooded towel, with the half of the hand towel we have, I'm going to fold and I'm going to put right sides together. Now, when I was doing the demo for Kyle, she says, "Well, what is the right side?" Right?
You know what? I'm kind of a stickler about my towels. They have to be folded wrong sides together. And I am really picky about this, so I'm always looking. Okay, that goes together.
Yep.
So I'm
right.
I'm with you.
So where it's hemmed and it's turned over and it's hemmed, I call that the wrong side.
It is.
Okay.
That is the wrong side.
So that's the wrong side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold, and I'm going to take and put my right sides together, and I'm going to stitch that up. And we're just going to stick some pins in here real quick, just to make it a little quicker. And then I just kind of sew like a 1/4 inch seam.
It's just me.
And then when I'm done sewing my seam, I'll do a zigzag, or if you want to stitch it together with the
with a serger.
With the serger, yep, you definitely can do that too. Okay. Okay. Thank you.
All right, I like that.
Okay.
And this is hot dog style.
This is hot dog style.
This is
yes.
You folded it first. You folded it
hamburger style. Yes.
To cut it in
you
half.
Are correct.
And then you did hot dog style.
Yes.
To sew it together.
Yep. So now this becomes
a little hood.
The little hood. Okay.
I love it.
Okay. So that is our hooded part.
I love it.
Okay. So there is our hooded part. So we're going to set that aside here for a minute. And now I'm going to bring my bath towel here. Barb, don't you be yawning yet.
You're not supposed to see that.
Okay, so now I'm going to take, and again, I'm going to fold this.
Wrong sides together.
Wrong sides together.
Hamburger or hot dog?
I'm going to do hamburger style. Okay, so it's going to be more short, okay? And I'm going to take a pin and I'm going to put it right here in the middle. So this is going to be more of a pinning project, okay? And I'm going to, oh, I need a ruler, Barb.
I can get you one.
Okay, that would be great. So now I've got my pin. Now I'm going to measure over 2 inches to the left and 2 inches up from the right with my pin, from my middle pin, okay? Oh, thank you, Barb. Okay, so I'm going to go over 2 inches, whoops, 2 inches and put a pin. Okay, and then I'm going to go 2 inches to the left, and I'm going to put a pin.
Do you feel like you're playing the hokey pokey?
Oh, a little bit here. Okay. Okay, so now what I'm going to do here is, and you can fold this 2 different ways, okay? So I'm going to take this pin and I'm going to fold it in half and put my 2 pins together. Okay. So I'm going to take and I'm going to put my 2 pins together here, okay? And then I'm going to just fold this back. So now it becomes
a pleat.
A pleat.
I like that.
And then let's just see if we can. And then I'm going to take that pin out that I had and I'm going to do it that way. Okay? And now okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the exact same thing that I did on the other side. I'm going to meet up my 2 pins together and then I'm going to fold that back. So now that becomes a center pleat.
Beautiful.
Okay? All right. So there is one. So now we're going to make one more on each side. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to come over, so let's see if, okay, right here. So I'm going to come over 3 inches from that center.
So you went 2 inches the first time. Now you're doing 3 inches.
Do 3 inches from the center. Yes. Okay. So I'm going to mark that at 3, and I'm going to do 3 on both sides. Okay.
From the center.
From the center. So I'm going to go 3.
Now you could not mark this like 2 inches and 3 inches because your center point, because you've got a pleat in there, would have changed.
Yes, it would have changed. Yeah,
so you got until now to mark that 3 inch.
Exactly. Okay. Okay, where did that pin come from? Okay. So now, oh, that's where it came from.
You need it.
I did need it.
It came out.
Okay. So we're going to come from the center and there we go. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take and we're going to fold this pin. Now there's a fold right here from our other pleat that's underneath here. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this pin and we're going to fold it to that pleat, just so, because of the bulk. Okay.
I like that.
So does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
So we're going to do that, and I'm going to pin that down. Okay. And then I'm going to take this pin, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to come, and I'm going to take my pin, and I'm going to match that up with that pleat.
Okay. So did you make up these pleat ideas? Because I've seen them without pleats, and I really like it with the pleats.
I really like it with the pleats. My my daughter, who is 35 years old, somebody had given her a bath towel, and this is how they did it. They did it with pleats. So I kind of fashioned it after that one.
I like that. I've just seen it flat, and it's not nearly as cute.
And so it has your pleats. So then what I do is I just take a straight stitch
and just stitch across it.
Yep. And then I hold that in place. Then I take my pins out. So then what I'm going to do here, I have right sides up. Okay, and I've already have my hat stitched together. And I'm going to put a middle mark, a middle pin.
Okay.
As you can tell, I like pins, right? Pins are awesome markers, I think. So now with that middle mark, that middle pin, I'm going to place it right here where my middle pleat
And you're
is.
not going to do right sides together. You're simply putting it on top.
I'm just yeah. So I have the right side of my towel, but it's the wrong side of
I'm going to pull this over here.
On the wrong side of my the hood.
So it's going to end up looking like this. This is the outside. So the hand towel fits over the top. You're not joining it. You're just putting it right.
Yep, and then
well,
just
you're joining it by putting it over the
and then
top.
just kind of top stitching
And
that
there
down.
is the underneath side.
Yep.
I like that.
Okay. And that's why I really like to use the raw edge to fold up for
I can see that
and then
now.
then this will be all finished. So what I do here is I like to take my hem, and I like to take that hem and I like to put that right on the top of the towel, the edge of the towel. And that's how I'll kind of...
So that's right where it overlaps.
Overlaps, yep. Okay, and then I'm going to pin that
now,
down.
Is that really hard to sew through? You got a lot of fabric there.
You got a lot, but
You haven't had any trouble?
I haven't had too much problem.
And how many
with it.
rows of stitches do you do?
Do you know what? I did 2, and then I like to do a serpentine on top of that.
Oh, do you really?
Kind of in the middle.
I love serpentine.
The serpentine I kind of call my trademark because I do it around all of my burp cloths.
I do that all the time too. You can't have it from me. I'm sorry.
So,
because I use that one all the time.
So then what I'm going to do here is I'm going to...
I mean, if I had, it's like your oven. You've got on and 350 or off and 350.
Yep.
And on my machine, I have a straight and a serpentine.
Okay, there
That's
you
it.
go. Yeah,
Pretty much. I use zigzag here and there, but...
Yeah, when I do burp cloths, and I sew ribbon on the bottom of my burp cloths, then I'll do that serpentine stitch. I love it. So,
because you can go crooked and nobody knows.
That's right. Okay, and then I top stitch this down toward on this edge
sides,
and on this side. Yep.
And then a serpentine in between.
And the serpentine in between. So,
I love that. I really, really like that.
Well,
that's a lot of stuff you're going through there.
Yeah. Okay, and then you're going to kind of do the same thing. Yep.
And then it's almost done.
It's almost done.
Well, it really could be done.
It could be done. But you know what? Who wouldn't like their name on a bath towel?
Who wouldn't like it?
Or a beach towel, right?
Right.
Yep, that's for sure, because I know.
Oh, Winston's going to like his.
He is. I'd like to know who Winston is. I told Ella, I guess this will be her firstborn son.
She better.
She's the one that picked the name. I said, what name should I put on this?
And she put Winston. And she doesn't know a Winston.
Nope.
Nobody knows a Winston.
I just says, don't make it Herkimer.
Herkimer?
Herkimer. My husband's always given our kids a bad... kind of teasing them about, okay, are we going to have a Herkimer this time?
My seventh child was a girl.
Okay.
I thought, I mean, you don't know we didn't know what they were going to be. So we called her Baby George all the time she was cooking. And sometimes we'll call her Baby George again.
Okay, well, there you go.
Even though her name's Britton now.
Okay. So then, now once you top stitch those 2 down,
right,
and I do the serpentine stitch in the middle, now we're ready to embroider.
Okay.
Or if you wanted to, you could embroider
beforehand. So where would you do your embroidery at?
Well, there's a few places. I have seen where you can put it like right here on the front. You can do a little design right here, so it's on the front of their head. You can do it down the front of their towel. You could even do, I know I've done like initials before, just
to keep the towel straight
on who they are. Yep, that's right.
But you don't have to put embroidery on it if you don't want to.
If you don't want to, no, you could you
could even do an applique if you wanted.
Yep. So then,
or an applique embroidery.
Yep.
I think that's what we're going to see.
That's what we're going to see right now. So with this, we did the name.
I love it.
And I did use a little wider satin stitch with this one. So what I did is, we do have some, let's see, embroidery topping. This is permanent topping. This is a Kimberbell brand. And it has two white, 2 blacks, a gray, red, blue, and a yellow sheet in here. So what you're going to do with that, you're going to lay that down on the top, and you're going to use whatever color you're doing your stitching the words out with, okay, with the name, because what it's going to do is it's going to make it look more filled in, okay. So That's what we did. We took the red color, we put that down, and we top stitched, or we put the name down. And then what you're going to do is you're going to just rip that away. It's gonna be like plastic topping that we're going to talk about as well. So we did the name, and then we ended up doing our cute little sailboat. So what we did here is I used this wash away topping. So it's wash away, it's it's clear, but what you're going to do is you're going to lay it down and you're going to stitch over the top of it. And what it does is it holds down the pile of your towel so your stitches don't get lost. Okay? And then when you're all done, you're just going to tear that away. And it's easy to tear away. I think there's like an iron one too, but this is the one that this is the one I usually use. I really like that one. And just tear it away, or you can squirt it with water if you have a hard time getting in between areas. If you don't have tweezers, and you just squirt it and it dissolves and goes away. All right. So, and then the best thing I really love to do, sometimes if you have too thick of a bath towel, it's hard to hoop up in a hoop. So I have got this Kimberbell Wash Away Sticky Back Stabilizer. I will hoop it into my hoop, and then I will measure where exactly I want the middle of my design to go. We'll put it down into the hoop. We'll put our Sticky Back Stabilizer in there. Then we lay our towel just on top, and it sticks it down enough that it holds it in place. And then you can tear it back. So this is what I've done. We've kind of tore it back and cut it back, but it's not sticky enough that it's going to pull your little loops out of your towels. Okay? And then when you wash this, the stabilizer will dissolve and just go away. So that's what's nice about that as well.
And if you cut, I'm sure you've already covered
Okay,
that,
no,
cutting a lot of much as away as you can.
Oh yeah,
it's
you
all
really,
gummy.
yeah, you do want to cut away as much as you can. Yeah, this one here we cut as close as.
Would you suggest putting it through the washer, or would you just do it in the sink?
Do you know what? It's kind of nice just to put it in and throw it in the. That's how I've done mine.
Okay.
And then put it in the dryer, and then they smell nice and fresh.
Perfect.
So, okay, so then let's see. We've talked about the Sticky Back Stabilizer. We talked about the wash away topping, and we've talked about the permanent topping underneath some filled-in stitches. So this doesn't work just for letters, but you can also do it for if you have like something that's filled in and it's not quite filled in enough. Just put in whatever color that you're stitching out with.
So it kind of just covers up the holes.
It covers up the holes, exactly. Yep. So we've got that.
And that is permanent. That is not going to wash away.
This does not wash away. Nope, it's not
Okay,
going to wash away
perfect.
like this clear one. Okay, now I'm going to show you. I had this CD. This is probably one of my very first CDs that I got from Kimberbell. So I've had it for
Mine
quite
too.
a long time, right?
Mine too.
But I believe if they're not on the Kimberbell vault yet, they will be. I know
I think it is.
Is it on there now?
I checked this morning and I kind of.
Did you see it in there?
It is
okay.
there.
Okay, Barb said it's in the vault. Love this one. There's quite a few.
There's so much.
This one has the 2 sailboats. I mean, and the other thing I was thought about doing is taking this little well and you can put it across the whole bottom of your towel.
Wow.
Right? I think
and
that
it
would be
is
cute.
not hard to do, and
it's
it
not.
doesn't take a long time.
And
it's
the
just
applique.
That beautiful applique.
Yeah, the appliques are wonderful. So another thing that you could do, we do have this CD here. The Born to Be Wild, the little ones Born to Be Wild CD. These are fun. I put these on bath towels.
Those
as well.
are cute.
So those are really cute with a little saying underneath each one of them. So you could do that. You could put, something just right up in the corner. I always like to do their names because if you have the hooded towels, you're going to hang them up by the hood.
Yeah.
And then you can see from the back what
yeah, that's great.
who that belongs to. Okay.
That is great. They
So
can go to the pool with this. Wrap up at the pool.
That's right, and get nice and warm. I know. I need to find a bath towel big enough I can make me one.
Well, they have beach towels.
You
could do it.
I guess we
could do it.
We could. Okay.
So cute.
Now we do have a few other different toppings. So let's talk about the discounts on these ones first. So this CD, let's see, these stabilizers. So this stabilizer and this stabilizer and the Kimberbell topping is 20% off.
Woohoo!
Right?
Yeah, 20% off is
So
great.
20% off.
And it's all in deal of the day.
And it's all in deal of the day. So these three are 20% off.
Okay.
Okay. So now we have the Born to Be Wild. We do have some black of the permanent topping, and it's like the Kimberbell topping, but it's just a black sheet. Okay, we have that one. We have some white topping, or we have an OESD topping, and this one here has a multi-pack, and this one here is just there's a few colors in this one too, and that's an OESD, and these ones are 25% off.
25, really?
25, yes.
Wow.
Yep, 25. Okay.
Okay.
So but I do love this plastic topping. It really
I have
makes
not
things,
used it, but I have a project
like
I
if
need
you
to.
have like some eyes or something that you're stitching out, just lay that down. It just makes things, it makes the little eyes fill in
It
with
just
the black.
makes them look so good.
Yep.
Because threads
It
are going to
does.
separate anyway. I mean, it's just the nature of thread.
Yep, it is. So having these different toppings
Just makes it
makes it a lot easier.
wonderful.
Yep. So,
All right, so you've told us about our deal a day. We've got Kimberbell at 20% off. We have OESD at 25% off.
Yep. And we've got the CD Born to Be Wild 25% off.
25. I think those are so cute.
They are way cute.
Wow.
I've even put these on burp cloths.
Yeah.
Or bibs. I was going to say aprons.
Apron for a kid.
Apron for a kid, but bibs for the babies.
I love it.
So, but this is and I think this is one of her first ones too.
Yeah, it's one of the early ones
Yep.
for sure.
Yep.
Well, those are cute. Lisa, you have taught us a lot. Let's
All
see
right.
if anybody has any questions.